Confusing, stressful, complicated. These are the words that students and families I work with use to describe the college financial aid process. And they're not wrong. Considering all the different avenues and ways people pay for college, it can be a bit overwhelming. And that's why I love what I do. Hi, I'm Amanda Miller, and I'm a college financial aid specialist. And this work of connecting students and families to opportunities that exist to help them pay for college is deeply personal to me. My dad grew up as one of 8 kids on a potato farm outside of American Falls, Idaho. And he, despite being one of the smartest people I know, never aspired to go to college simply because he never thought it could be a financial reality. Fast forward to me in high school, applying as a first generation college student, I happened to luck into applying to a school that met all of my need, and I graduated college debt free. It wasn't until after I graduated and looked around at my peers and saw the tens of thousands of dollars they had in student loan debt that I realized how lucky I was. And from that point, I began to question, where were these students' counselors when they were signing up for all this debt? Did they understand what was going on? And why had no one told my dad that financial aid opportunities existed? How different would his life have been? So, with these things in mind, I couldn't be more excited to help share with you all the different ways that people pay for college and help you figure out which of those pathways makes the most sense for your family. So, given that I only have a couple of minutes, I've been asked to share with you, prior to coming up there, flying in from North Carolina, a few resources and a few tips to kind of get you started and get you thinking about how college can be affordable. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is if you Google any institution, so if you were to pull out your phone and look up a college you're looking at and look at the cost of that college, that cost of attendance, that sticker price, you're talking 40, 50, 80, $90,000 a year for 1 year of college. And that's an absurd amount of money. And in the case of my family, 1 year of what my college's sticker price was double what my parents made in a year. And I'm here to tell you that that number is a ceiling. That is the highest amount you could possibly be asked to pay. Most people are paying far less than that. And to demonstrate this, I'm going to give you a resource. So if you Google something called College Scorecard, it's a .gov website, and you look up any school you want. Every college is on there. And you go down to the cost section. It will outline for you different net cost amounts people actually pay for an institution based on their family income. So it'll split it up in 5 different categories, and you can look at see what people making what your family makes actually pay to attend a specific institution. The next thing I'm going to tell you is to ignore that sticker price because that is so artificially high, and most people pay far less. The question that becomes, how do you figure out which colleges are going to lower that price for you? And why do colleges lower the price? And for whom do they lower it? And that's what we're going to talk about when I get there. But most basically, colleges will lower a price for one of 3 reasons. One, merit. Students. How awesome of a student are you? How great are your grades? How much do you contribute to your community? Like, how excellent are you in a specific passion? Those things matter. I will say that your GPA, and in certain cases for public out-of-state colleges in particular, your test scores, those things, a difference of a few points can mean thousands of dollars of difference. Now, I don't say that to stress you out. I just say that to 9th graders, 10th graders, tell you that your GPA clock starts at the beginning of 9th grade, and you get 3 years through the end of junior year to have your GPA you're applying to college with. So for my 9th graders, your grades do matter this year. For my 10th graders, if last year didn't go so well, know that colleges look for an upward trajectory. So if you are going to do better this year than last year, that is excellent, and that's wonderful. So the second way that colleges bring down cost, other than merit-based aid, is need-based aid. They look at students, something called their FAFSA or their CSS, these financial aid forms, and see how much you can afford. And for some colleges, that's where they put their money, is where they put it towards students who need the money the most. And the third way is through place-based aid. And this is where you get into things like in-state tuition or having state grants or exchanges where different states can, students from different states can go across state lines. And again, we'll talk about that. So to sum this up, while all of college financial aid can be quite overwhelming, there are really only 4 processes you need to worry about, and which ones you need to worry about depends on who you are. So the first one is scholarships. How do they actually work, and who wins them, and where do you find them? The second one is grants, need-based aid. Money you get has nothing to do with your GPA, only has to do with your family's ability to pay. How do you get those? Where are the forms, and who's probably going to qualify? The third is state-based aid. What does your state offer? And are there going to be places in state that makes it worth it staying in? Or is it worth to even look out of state? We'll see. And the last one is determining whether or not colleges are a financial fit. So once you've got your college list, looking through and making sure you've got a few schools where they're absolutely financial fits, you're going to make them work, even if they don't give you a lot of money. And maybe schools where you could qualify for aid, but you'll have to see. So to help you with this, I created a crash course, 1-page kind of blog post guide. It's called Crash Course on How to Pay for College Using as Little of Your Own Money as Possible. And no matter where you are on the merit spectrum, how great your grades are or aren't, no matter how much your family can afford or not, there's something on here for you. It is a referenceable guide. And I invite you to check it out before I come out and see you. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you soon, and have a great night.